What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Homeland Gamer. Today's video is based on a comment from Mimi, who asked if we could make a video about the Lord of the Rings Welcome to Middle-earth by Pacman. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. I'm going to show you how to install Lord of the Rings Welcome to Middle-earth by Pacman on the app Minecraft server. This request was a bit tricky because it already came with a save file and the mod pack for the server was not on there. Let's get started. First, we're going to go to the website. In here, we're going to go ahead and take note of the game version, which is 1.7.10. And then we're going to go ahead and scroll down to go to the Discord section of the website. So here's the Discord link. We're going to click on it, click on install tutorial, and then go all the way to the top. On the top has the map file, which is basically the save file. We're going to go ahead and download that section. We're going to download the first one. If you want the optional packs, you could go ahead and download them here. This one, you only need it on the client. You should not need it on the server because it's just like the audio. So you should be fine just installing that on your own. You go ahead and click on install app, open in curseforge, and then go ahead and install. Now, if you see here, when I click here, you're going to get like the open folder. So we're going to go ahead and go to my Modpack and then go ahead and click on Lord of the Rings. And then now you can see here, we have the open folder. So we're going to go ahead and click on that link later. And you can take note, here's the versions that we need. We're going to go ahead and open up app. And here we're going to go ahead and create a new instance. And then we look for the Minecraft Java. And then we're going to go ahead and give it a friendly name. So we're going to go ahead and put Lord of the Rings. And then after creation, we're going to go ahead and put do nothing. Remember, this is an important step. Create instance. Once you're done, and now we just wait for it to finish. So now when it's done creating, you're gonna go ahead and double click on it. And then we're gonna go ahead and go into configuration, go to Minecraft, and then the Minecraft Java version should be Java 8. And that part is very important also. In another video that I saw, it says that it's recommended 10 gigs. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 10 gigs and just add a 0 to the end. And then we're gonna go ahead and change some of this information here. We'll put Lord of the Rings. And then for the server type, we're going to click on Forge. And then we're gonna go ahead and select the version that we need. And then we're going to double check the version, 10.13.4.16.14. which is what we have here. So that is good. So they both match. The seed row doesn't matter because we're going to go ahead and load our own map that we just downloaded. And then also we're going to change the level name. But before we change the world name, or the level name I should say, we're going to go ahead and download the server pack, or not server pack, but the mod pack. And we're going to click install. Now that we're done, we're going to go ahead and click on File Manager, and we're going to see here the files that are downloaded under override. So we're going to go ahead and press connect to STP or SFTP. Click on open. Just so it could be a little bit easier to transfer the files that we need. I already had the file extracted, so I'm going to go back. So I'm going to show you from the root. And then, so here's the file that I extracted. It gave me this file. And then we're in here, we're going to save or saves. Or double click on that. And then we're going to go ahead and drag that. Don't drag the save folder. I know in the other videos it tells you to put it in the save folder. If you put it in a save folder, it will not work. You need to put it on the root of the other drive of the app folder. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that at least I made in the beginning. I put in the save folder and I put the level name and it wasn't working at all. So you got to make sure you put it on the root of it. I'm gonna go ahead and rename it just to be a little bit easier, and we're just gonna call it Middle-earth. So now the level name, we're just gonna call it Middle-earth, just making things a lot easier. Now inside this override folder, we're gonna go ahead and copy everything over. So we're gonna put it on the root. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to override, and we're gonna go ahead and move the files. All right, here I'm just gonna move override because it's going to root, and then it moved everything. So now we're gonna go ahead and just delete this file, and then there you go. I moved everything over. One thing that I did forget to check is the mod folder to make sure all the mods are in there. If they weren't, but later on you'll see I'm gonna go ahead and put them in there. So I click refresh. Now we see all the files in here. We're going to click on start, accept the terms. Actually, we need to change the level name, which I forgot to do. So level name, Middle-earth, and then it's already saved, so we're good. Make sure you save that to Middle-earth. If not, it's not gonna pick up that mod save file. And like I said, the road C doesn't really matter. Go to click start, accept. Oh, we got an error. We forgot to update. Remember, always click on update. Try to click it as much as you can sometimes. So we're going to click on update and wait for this update to finish. It shouldn't take too long. At the end here, it says run the command to confirm. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy the command and paste it over. And so here's where I was kind of noticing that it was not loading. It did take a long time. So I went ahead and went and checked the mod pack, and I noticed that the mods are not in here. So that's why it was just stuck in that loop of starting into that section. So we're gonna go ahead and go back into make sure you do stop the instance. And we're gonna go ahead and log back in here into the folder, and we're gonna go ahead and move those mods. Now we're gonna go ahead and here's what I was talking about, the mod folder. We're going to open it up and then copy that path. So here's the path. I'm gonna go ahead and copy it. And then we're gonna go ahead and paste it into the wins SCP. And then here you see we have all these mods, and this on our mod folder we don't have any of them. So we're going to paste them over. So just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the resource pack and the shade pack, shader pack, just in case. I'm not sure if they're needed, but I was like, let me just do it just in case. So I won't get any more errors later. Okay, so it looks like that one's good. So we're gonna go ahead and close this, and then we're gonna go ahead and start it again. Now we see the mods. So we're going to click on start. So it did crash. So now we need to figure out why it crashed. It does tell us where to go for the crash file. So we're gonna go ahead and open up that crash file so we could know what's going on. So we're gonna go back to the directory and then go to crash reports and then open up that crash file. And this will help you with any other mods if you're trying to install it. The best thing to do is to go into the crash file and go all the way to the bottom. You're gonna notice that some of these on the system details, most of them you see UC, but you also see some that say UE. So UE does mean unloaded error. So we did get some errors. So we're gonna go ahead and disable these mod packs or these mod that are in here. So we're gonna go ahead and create another folder, call it disable mods, and we're gonna go ahead and move those mods into that folder. This will disable it and it won't be in the same folder. And just in case that we need it later, we have it there. So that's where we're moving it. You could delete it if you like, but I went ahead and just copied them over just in case we need them later on. So like I said, here we go. We created the folder. And then we're going to the mod pack and then go ahead and move those files in. The only way I found, I wish there was a way to copy and paste, or like to like a move button, but I didn't see no move button, so I have to copy it, move it over, paste it, and come back and then trash it. So I went ahead and did it for all 3 mods. That was the first mod. This is the second mod. And these mods, it just means that it might be just for the user interface and not really for the server section. So that's why we probably don't need them, and probably the reason why they errored out, because that one you do need like a user interface. That's what I'm assuming those mods are for. We're just gonna go ahead and, like I said, just remove them or move them to another folder. Okay, so once you moved all the files over or deleted them, whatever you prefer, we're gonna go ahead and click on run. So once we go ahead and start it, oh, it looks like it didn't start. Sorry about that. Everything looks good here. Yeah, they get all 3 of them. Go back. And there might be a delay, so you just might want to wait a little bit, but okay, there, it did let me start. Okay, so now let's go ahead and load all the mods and load up the server, and let's see what we get. So now you're gonna notice that it says running uptime on top, so it looks like it is good to go. And then we are getting both green on the listing for the ports. So I went ahead and copied the endpoint, and then we're gonna go ahead and open up the Lord of the Rings Minecraft server or client. We're gonna go ahead and change the sleep time. We're gonna go ahead and change it to about an hour, because the Minecraft client, it is taking a while for it to start up, and I don't want it to time out. We're gonna go ahead and click on play on Lord of the Rings. I did have it open earlier, but I think it crashed, so that's why I'll open it up again. Now that it's open, we're gonna go ahead and click on multiplayer. And once we click on multiplayer, go ahead and click on add server, and then go ahead and name your server. And then we'll go ahead and paste the link that we got on the endpoint. We're going to click on done. Now when you do join, just make sure on mine, for some reason, it puts me on top of the ring, so we're gonna have to go down. And then here you go. So you're good to go. If you stay on the top too long, you will get teleported. So make sure you move out of the way as soon as possible. But here's the mod, and it looks like it's working correctly. And that is it for this video. That is how you install the Lord of the Rings Minecraft mod into the AMP Minecraft server. The biggest reminder is to use the right mod loader and match up the version. Make sure to upload the mod files into the mod folder. And always check the logs to make sure what's going on if it did not start. If this helped you out, please like the video, subscribe to Homeland Gamer, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to Homeland Gamer.